with Prairie Scraps chalking. And oh, so weird, like the video I don't see it, but last time I did my YouTube I couldn't see anything, so I hope you can see, because I really can't tell. I don't know what's going on here. My video is not showing. Mute microphone, I don't want to do any of that, so hopefully it looks like it's going. And I know last time it went, so even though I couldn't see myself, it's kind of freaky to be in front of a black screen. Like being in front of a green screen, I guess. All right, so today I'm just going to go ahead and get into it because we are going to be making a welcome sign. My name is Dory. I am a chocolatier. I guess, I don't know. I don't have anything bigger today. Just going to be doing some painting, so I don't want to, like, get it all over my mat because we're not going to be using entirely. We're using other paint that's more permanent. So, oop, that's wax. That is not what we want. All right, so I'm going to be using this Waverly chalk paint just in the white. It's from Walmart, and I like it because it gives good coverage. So that's why we're using it today. I don't know where, I bet, ooh, here's a good piece. That one's better. It's a little bigger. Put it on our painting side. Put two of these together. It's a big piece. We're using a 15-inch round, and if you would like the link for that, I ordered it online. I usually wait. Oh, there's, I don't know, hair. Hair as usual, I guess, in all my stuff. Always losing hair. Anyway, do you know you lose 100 pieces of hair a day? Isn't that crazy? And they say, because I have curly hair, so a lot of times when your hair gets lost, with curly hair, it actually like sticks to it because it doesn't like shed off. It's not that it stays in your head. Trust me, it doesn't stay there. But it kind of sticks to the rest of the curls. So that's kind of interesting. Move this down so I can get that top edge. I'm going to just paint this all white. Just get a base coat on this and get moving here. Usually when I close up this paint, this says it's like a chalk matte finish, no prep, but it is acrylic. It says it's chalk. It kind of has the appearance of chalk paint, but it's not water-based like chalk paints are. Or like our chalk paste. So, but I like to use this because it's a little bit, you know, more economical. Doesn't use as much too. You can use our chalk paste for backgrounds as well, but I don't know. When I'm doing larger projects, I like to use this. Hey Sharon, good to see you. Glad you're here. Where are you? How is your weather? That's what I'm wondering. We're windy and cold and just feels like winter has got a grip on Idaho right now. I don't know. I'm gonna get my sleeve out of this because this is permanent. It is acrylic, so I can get myself into trouble with it. Our chalk paste, on the other hand, is water-based, which is nice to work with because you add a little bit of water. Not that it's washable off of a wood surface, but like this is just a plain wood surface, and I can get you the link if you want my wood. Just put wood and I'll get you a link to where I got this circle. I bought it like probably almost a year ago on sale. It wasn't too bad. I think I maybe got like 10 or 20 rounds. I think I figured out they were costing me less than $5 a piece for these rounds. So I think that's pretty decent. And these are thicker. They are nice quality wood. They almost like one side looks like birch. We also have a round, but if I'm painting, I love our round, not even to use any sort of paint whatsoever. I always use them like the wood because it's a nice wood look already. Like, why paint something when you don't need to? So that's kind of why It's my story and I'm sticking to it. So we have a new color of the month, March 1st. It's still available, but it's going to go fast. It's only available while supplies last. And the color is called Academia. Academia. Sounds very studious, doesn't it? But it is a beautiful, I would say kind of a jewel teal-ish color. Somebody said, look out Tide if you have used our Tide, or if you've seen me use our Tide color. It is similar, maybe a little deeper jewel tone color, which is very beautiful. So if you're interested in that, just put COM so I can get you the color of the month link. That is, you don't want to miss it. I got mine on the way. I placed my order right away. If you click on the color after you put it in, it'll say it's not available, but if you go through to checkout, it will be there. So, and actually it will prompt you because you have to make a purchase in order to be able to purchase the color of the month. So COM down below, if you're interested in purchasing that, I can give you the details about that. Or if you just want to see the color, just put COM, because obviously I don't have it yet. Don't have it yet. All right, we're just gonna put a little bit more water. I still use water, even though this is technically not like a water-based product. I use it to smooth it out. Sometimes, you know, paints get thick and whatnot, so you just add a little bit of water to your brush while you're working, and sometimes I'll put water right onto my surface, even right into the paint. As you can see, I'm not about paint pots or, you know, putting it into a paint palette or anything. I just go right ahead, and sometimes I'll even pour it right on. So we're just crafting and winging it as we go, I guess you could say. I went to Dollar Tree with the girls today. One of the girls was meeting with her girlfriend, and we wanted to get some things to go for a birthday gift. Well, they hung out for coffee today. Fun for them. And so anyway, we stopped at Dollar Tree, which is also a Family Dollar, and 3 different people were like, you're here to get craft supplies. I think it's so exciting and fun when people say hi to me and give me a hard time about getting, I'm like, yeah, because you can never have enough craft supplies, right? So, and the lady at the front desk, she goes, you need some, because she was trying to get rid of like the they weren't Rubbermaid brand, but they have like a stock of, she goes, I need to get rid of some of these. Don't you need to pack away some of your craft stuff? I'm like, I do not need to pack it away where I don't know what I have. That would be bad. Like, I need to know, but maybe I do need to pack it away. I might have been lying. I've got a lot of craft supplies, that's for sure. I don't know. Sometimes I like to go to, you know, the Dollar Tree. Ours is a Dollar Tree Family Dollar. And I just like to get inspiration, you know, like, what can I do now? But I'm trying very hard not to buy a whole lot of craft supplies because I've got plenty. I've got plenty. Anybody else like that? Oh my goodness. If you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay. If you see that live button right there, that red live button, you are watching me live. And make sure you check in and say hello. If you are on Facebook, be sure to say hello there as well. Or YouTube, I shouldn't say Facebook. YouTube, be sure to say hello there too. Check in for me, so I know you were here. That helps me out. Having comments, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and do all the things, because that really, I'm a small business. And just trying to, you know, work and pay the bills. Pay the bills. That's all I'm trying to do here. So, and just commenting does help a ton. Okay. I think I have this. It's kind of like a whitewashed look a little bit. I think I'm going to stick with it, maybe. I think I need to go more solid. Is anybody out there? It feels kind of lonely today. I don't know why nobody's around. My soda is frozen. It is frozen. We're going to get this dry today. I don't know, because I'm trying to do this for somebody. Let me try to do another coat. Maybe we'll do 2 coats. So I got all the girls out there out meeting their friends, having coffee on Thursday before the end of, right after school. So I drove 16-year-old there. The other one's meeting her friend. I think she's got a ride home. I told the other one, walk over to Dad. Dad he works like a block away from the coffee shop in town. So walk over to Dad. And they're like, can't you pick me up? Nope, walk over to Dad so I can be online. I'm crafting. We're crafting. I actually had a little bit there, about a half an hour with no kids, and I sat and read a book. Do you guys like to read? I would love to hear what your favorite books are. Today is Dr. Seuss Day. Dr. Seuss Day. What's your favorite Dr. Seuss book was the question of the day. I love it when people answer my questions of the day. That just brings I like to learn about everybody. I like to connect with everybody, but it also brings up my business page a little bit. It's not, helps me out. A little wetness here. I think I might go with another coat here. We're going to do another coat, so bear with me here. All right. Try this again. And I'm going to keep the brush sort of wet here as I do this again. I'm going to bring this down. I don't know why I'm such a messy painter. I'm always off. Like, that's why I have to put something underneath this, because I'm always like painting off the edge. I don't know. Just my ways. Anybody else messy? So Sunday, I'm going to be having a sale. If you saw, there's an event. I have it pinned to the top of my Prairie Scraps business page. If you would like to participate, make sure you don't just put interested, put going, so that it will give you warning when I go live. I'll be going live Sunday night, the 5th of March. Ugh, I can't believe it's March, and yet it feels like winter started over again here. And I'll be selling some of my stock. I'll be getting rid of some inventory. We're going to do a March Madness inventory sale. So join me for that. Plan on joining me for that. Go in there. If you just put MM, if you want me to send you an invitation to that, I can do that too. Just put MM down below and I will get an invitation out to you. I think this was a wise choice to do a second coat. That's what I have to say. I'm satisfied with this, but it is needing some extra water here to get it smooth. I like to put nice smooth layers on, and I don't know, maybe it just waters it down, then you have to put on more than usual, but I think adding water to my paint makes it a little smoother. So that's what we're doing. And oftentimes before I shut my paint up, I do put a spritz of water on the top, because you have all that air in there, and it does dry up. That kind of it starts drying it from the top because there's air inside of there. So I always try to put a little bit of spritz of water on the top just to kind of keep it moist. And I find it seems like even my paste, especially my paste, I like to do that with. I like to let it soak overnight, because I think it just makes it keep longer. It doesn't dry up as quickly. And I'm trying to go nice and smooth. Sometimes if you like start like this, you can see the brush stroke in it. So I'm trying to go all the way across when I do my brush strokes. I don't know. That's my science. That's all the craziness, I guess. So Not much going on. My little grandson is a month old. I'm so excited. I'm missing him. I feel bad because I haven't been there to see them, but we have had sickness in the house for ever since pretty much he was born. So not when he was born, but thankfully we all got to see him before everybody took sick. But since then, somebody in the house has been a little bit shady as far as, you know, it seems like somebody has been a little bit on the sick side. So we don't want to expose new baby to anything. So we're taking lots of precautions. We haven't been able to go down and visit, which makes me sad. I actually haven't been sick, which is good. I just have my blood pressure issues. Trying to get my blood pressure down yet. I feel like it's been wackadoodle. I do have an appointment with a cardiologist now. It's not until April though, so I'm stuck. I don't know. It's so weird that I don't feel old enough to have this, but everybody says around 50 you kind of do. All right. I think we're looking good. I do see a little area there. Sounds like maybe, I don't know, either my neighbors are home or my kids are home. Who knows? Otherwise, I was like, well, if you need a ride, go to Dad. That's where you can get a ride. Dad's only a block away, so I don't think any of them were really super happy with that. Oh, sounds like somebody's here. Oh, that might be my neighbor, actually. All right. I think that's looking good. It's not absolutely perfect, but we're going to be covering most of it, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll get this. I still do not... Oh, I think I see it. I was like, I found it. I had lost my surface wax. I could not find it. I found it. Everything has been moved around. I've been doing a little clearing off, so my counters look a little more clear. A little sorting. I need to get Christmas out of here. Last year, I never got Christmas out of my camper. I'm like tangled up here. Sorry about that. Get it on myself. That'd be par for the course, wouldn't it? I never got Christmas out of here. Crazy. And I have this big tub of wide ribbon for Christmas because we made all kinds of wreaths a couple years ago for 4-H. And so we had a huge collection of ribbon, and I use a lot of it during the holidays, but I do not need it to be sitting in my little camper on the floor in a big Rubbermaid tub for the entire season. So I need to get that packed up and put up by the Christmas stuff. I think part of it is I don't want it to go up by the Christmas stuff because it takes a lot for me to get my family to climb up the ladder and get stuff down from the attic. We don't have a lot of storage on my level. So unfortunately so I think I'm just like, I have an aversion. I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. If I don't put it away, then it'll never get stuck. I'll never lose it. I'm going to go ahead and do some surface wax on this after we're done here. Getting this dried up. Dry. It's sort of like watching a pot boil sometimes when you're watching paint dry. It's hard to get it to dry. And this is a large surface. This is a 15-inch around. Surface. Getting excited for spring break. You guys all have spring breaks. Our spring break is not our high school spring break is not till the end of March, but the second to the last week is our son's college one. So getting excited about that. All right, now herein lies, I'm going to put my wax on, let it dry a little bit. Yay, I'm excited I found my surface wax. We have the best, I guess I have some wax in here I could have used, but we have the best surface wax. If you've ever used over-the-counter wax, it can be very smelly and toxic, like it is a petroleum product usually, but this stuff, you just need a little bit. You don't even need a ton. This little thing I've had for over a year, and I'm just starting to get down to the bottom of it. If you would like all the stuff for this particular project, go ahead and put welcome down below, and I will get you the project link for shopping. The one I'm going to be using a wax, you just want a little bit, no gobs of it. And I'm just kind of smoothing it off here because I don't want it to be too much on there. But I want to protect that white surface. I don't want it to come off with my transfer. So I'm going to be making a welcome sign, and the welcome sign, the welcome part that I'm going to be using is from our monthly club from last month, because we're into March. So this was February's. If you signed up for club, you will be getting this or have gotten this. It says welcome-ish, depends on who you are with and how long you stay. And that was kind of the request for this one. And so I want to use that for the welcome sign. But I'm also going to be using a pattern with it. So we have these patterns. I love these patterns. This one is called Found Patterns from Nature. Found Patterns from Nature. And I underestimated it a lot. I really did not know. My daughter used this on a purse, this floral one. It's beautiful. And then there's some greens, and it looks sort of like a cheetah print there. But this one, I'm like, oh, bunch of lines. I don't know. Bunch of lines. I looked at it and I was like, oh my goodness, I saw it on somebody's project. This is what I love about being a designer, is I get to see all my friends' projects with this stuff and get ideas and steal ideas and be inspired, and not really stealing, right? It's inspiration. So we share a lot of ideas, and I saw somebody use it and realized it's a basket weave. I'm really excited about it being a natural basket. So that's what I'm going to use it for. I think the request I had was in some browns. So I think I'm going to use that transfer. These are reusable transfers. And so we're going to have to use it a couple of times on here just because of the size of it. And so I kind of want to get it more on the bottom so I could put, I don't need these cardboards anymore under here. I'm going to put this upside down. So it's a sticky backed transfer, this little silk transfer. So anywhere you see white, it's not actually white. I'm just going to pretend that's there, because I want to be able to get some on the bottom and some on the top as well. And I'm just going to use it right down here. We're going to place it a couple of times, and this may be a multiple time thing. And this is our new transfer fabric that is being used, and you can see through it. I love that about it. And these particular patterns are repeatable. So they say anyway. All right, we got that on there. And then let's see if I can find my stuff. Found a squeegee. I think I'm going to use camel and then bark. I'm going to use two different browns. I'm going to use the bark for the lettering so it's darker, And then I'm gonna, look at all the squeegees I'm finding. Fun. Fun, fun. Just gonna use a squeegee. If you could butter toast, you could totally do this. This month, this club, if you join our club every month, you get an exclusive B-size transfer. It's 8.5 by 11, and you'll also get 3 paste packets to go with it. 3 coordinating paste packets, and along with that, your first time you will get a squeegee. And this month, all club members, new and those who've been in for a while, will actually get, for some reason I have 2 camels open, and so I want to make sure I have the one that has less in it to use today. And out of all that, I guess I didn't find the bark. Oh, I guess I did. It's right here in a mixed match of colors here. All right. I've also got 2 barks, only because I have very little in one and more in another, a newer one. So club, you'll also get the mini squeegee that you need to complete your projects. So you'll be all ready to go. And this month you will get a fuzzing cloth, and now I forgot. So there's a special just for club members when you have a purchase. That one sounds like one of mine is home. I'm locked up. It's too windy. Liddy? Oh, well, that's not cool. I had it locked. Oh, you unlocked it. I'm like, that's not cool. I locked it. Oh, did you have fun?
Yeah.
I'm online, so.
I know. Do you want me to walk to Dad's?
No, you don't have to walk to Dad's if you got a ride home. Oh,
soccer.
You have soccer? Oh, I didn't realize even what time it was.
Do you want me to walk to Dad's?
That would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
I'll call him on the way.
Okay.
See if it's there.
Okay.
Love you.
Have fun. Lock me up again.
There.
Thank you. So windy, the door was flying open. I couldn't get it to stay shut, so I went ahead and locked myself in, and I forgot I leave the key in the outside. All right, I just added a little bit of water because this was a little bit dry, and we're just gonna go ahead and use this on here. There is a nice clean edge on the one side, so that's really nice. And you just squeegee it on. It's just like buttering toast, so easy. You want your paste to be like yogurt. I guess I underestimated that timing. I don't know. Maybe I need to go later at night. I always try to get it done before the end of the day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired at the end of the day. Homeschooling is rough. Some days, especially. More so on some days than other days. That's for sure. Okay, we got that on there. And I'm not going to even shut this up because we're going to use it. And I'm just going to peel to reveal that. Ooh, that's so pretty. I didn't even realize. I feel so dumb. Like, I didn't realize that was a basket weave. I don't know. I was like, oh, patterns. I love patterns. I didn't really pay attention to what it was. So there you can see. There is the basket weave. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? So good. So good. Love it. Hey, Dawn. Good to see you. I didn't realize this was a basket weave. Anyway. I'm using camel on this. And I'll probably go in. Don't want to smear anything. And do the edges a little bit with sanding as well, just to kind of rough it up a little bit so it makes it look more, not as stark. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Do you remember what the special is? I don't know why I can't remember the special to save my life. That is dumb. The club members special. So I'm just lining this up with the ones before it so that the tops line up. And eyeballing. It's my famous thing to do, right? Eyeballing. And I'll use this twice, as long as there's not like a lot of goobering in it. But I think this basket weave is not gonna matter with that very much. I think it's because it's kind of a random pattern anyway. It's not going to matter if we overlap a little bit or smudge it a little. It's not going to matter. That dried really quick if you didn't notice. That was pretty dry already, so it didn't take much to get it dried up. I think that'll do her. Just get this rest of this bottom here. We have 18 by 18. This is actually a C size transfer. I think that's what it's called. C size. And does it even say? It's 18 by 18 size transfer. And we do have some patterns that actually go the whole entire thing. But the thing I like about this is there's 4 different patterns, so you get to try out 4 different things. Ooh. Good thing I put some wax on that, because a little bit of the transfer actually came off on that. All right, we're going to just stick this back on the backing. And later on, I will take that in and wash it with just plain water. So let me show you how this looks. Yeah, it's a little bit darker there where I overlap, but I think it looks fine. It makes it look a little bit more random, right? All right, there it is. I love it. Hello from Wisconsin. How are you guys having nice weather? We are having ugly weather here. Snow. I am not a fan of snow, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm going to next put on this welcome-ish part of it. And like I said, this was last month's. Oh, and I never showed you what this month's is yet. And I'm just going to use the bottom of this basket weave to put on my lettering, and then we'll come back and do the top. This may be the backwards way. You could measure this out and have this all exact, but you know, I'm never exact. This is this month's. This just started yesterday. This is the club membership. Oh my goodness. I can tell you that I really, really wanted to use this. It's got even the cutest little etched butterfly up here on the top. And down here in cursive, it says, "Just keep breathing." I love that. I think it would be a great t-shirt if you were looking for something to do. So that is this month's club transfer. And like I said, you will get those 3 paste packets. If you want information about the club, just put club down below. I will get that to you. And there's also a club special for club members. Get a free fuzz cloth and something else with a $100 order. And remember, at $75, you actually get to get that color of the month. You can purchase that, and that will count towards your $100. So that will help you get, you'll be really close. It'll be like $95. If you put 75 on there, put your, that paste, the color of the month paste on there. What else? Maybe it was one of the tools. I'll have to get back to you. If you put club and you want the information on the club, I will definitely get back to you on what that special is for club as well. Because you could sign up for the club and go ahead and take advantage of that right away. This one is my old one, so I'm gonna give it a mix, but I don't have much hope of reviving this just yet. I do use, actually, I use this, this bark a lot. This is the darker color. The last one I used is camel. And I didn't think I would like bark, and I really held off a long time because I thought, well, it's not very exciting color. You know, you got to get all the colors or whatever. I like color. I'm a crafter. I like to do all the colors. And so I kind of didn't have high hopes for bark at all, but I really love it, and I use it a lot for staining things. I like to use bark. It's a nice color. Maybe I can, I don't know. I'm a little nervous because it's not, it's probably usable, but I'm worried. Because I'm making this for somebody, I want it to turn out nice, so I'm just going to use the new one. Mix this up. And it does, you know, that air in there does get the tops and edges kind of dried up a little bit. So you want to make sure you're mixing your pastes regularly, keeping them going. If you're afraid you're not going to use it for a while, go ahead and just put a little spritz of water on top, not a ton, and that will keep it moist for you. Okay, we're going to do the welcome-ish, and I'm going to work quickly because I don't want it to dry in this transfer. Now this is like the third time I've used this. I used it on my chalkboard inside. I've done a sign. Oh, maybe 4th time. 5th time. You can use these transfers like 8 to 12 times. So as far as a craft item goes, these are so like economical in that sense that they are reusable. You just wash them with plain water. We do have a board eraser, but these new transfers, they're so easy to clean. They're nice and slippery. And actually they have little waste on them too, because you can, oops, I slipped. You can get it off. I didn't even know she was home. That makes me think, like, what else don't I know? I have a camera in the house watching the doors inside, but I don't have anything out here. Maybe I need to hook up out here. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for our bark. And I'm going to wipe my fingers because I don't want it on this. There's nothing worse than like getting a little smudge from your fingers. So we're just going to peel to reveal. And hopefully with the wax does kind of seal the surface and it helps it not smear and stuff. Ooh, I kind of like it. It's really kind of pretty. I hope this is what she had in mind. She said brown. How about brown colors? Because I did a black and white one and she said, how about brown? So this is my version of brown here. Looks like I peeled a little bit of that paint up next to the W. Isn't that cute? So clean. And I might use those flowers on the outside space there. But first, what I want to do is do the basket weave right up here. So I'm going to shut my bark up and we'll get this basket weave back out again. I think it's really pretty, I have to say. See if we can. The trick is going to be getting this lined up straight. I might actually, I really need a ruler out here. All I have is like transfer tape. Let's see, if I line this up there, how do I line that up there? And this edge is, all right, so I'm gonna just continue this on so I know where it is. Feel like if I, this is our placement tape, and I kind of think this will kind of help me line up that last section. All right. Whew. Lining up and measuring's not my thing, but I really want this to turn out. So I'm gonna get our other squeegee back. I did get a little bit of bark on it, so I'm gonna get that off first. And we're gonna go back to that camel and get this on. This should be a thicker area. And the reason I like to put, I'm kind of a centered person. Like I kind of like everything centered, but on rounds, especially when I want to put a bow at the top, I like to get, I like to put it a little lower on the round. And the reason for that is, on the circle, the reason for that is if you put a bow up here, then it won't cover our welcome-ish, our lettering up. So, I don't know. Sometimes if you have it too high up on the round, you can't put a circle on it. All right, here we go. Oh, that did not go here. No. Whoops. On the floor. Everything's pretty wet and dirty on the floor in here these days. Coming in and out from the snow, it kind of, this whole edge. I think it's because it's going into where I've already used it twice. This whole edge is kind of not done. There we go. Sorry, you can't really see that very well. All right, I like it. I think that looks really pretty. All right, one last time we'll be doing this. trying to keep this off the floor too much. And I want this dried up before we put it on over the top. I like it. I think it's really pretty, actually. I might, what do you think about putting the flowers on the side? I don't know if you're still here, Dawn. Remember, this transfer tape is like the edge. I do see where I didn't get the top of that L. I might have to. Now, because I'm making this for someone else, I probably will clear coat this to keep it from having any scratches or anything like that on it. But, you know, for myself, I hardly ever do that. It won't come off unless you actually scratch on it or get it wet and then rub on it. That would get it going. But in general, I have things outside and they do not whatsoever come off, even when it rains. So it's kind of a nice product where it really sticks pretty well. I'm going to see if I can place this welcome back on here and get the top of this L on here. And actually, this W is not so clean either. So we're gonna give it a go. Oops, that's the old one. Don't use that one. We're gonna give it a go. That's the other nice thing about the transfer. You can let it dry, stick it back on, redo it if you get a little boo-boo going. Is it there? No. Here we go. I'm just gonna, you can just patch it up really easily, actually, by going over it. So hopefully, the key is not to go too far. Get it to go underneath and get a little bubble. All right. There is our bark. Get this off. Perfect. Nice. So I'm thinking about putting, let's see if we can get this one last time. This will be the last time on this. This is the good question. Which, oh, I guess it was this way. Because, and good thing I put that transfer tape there so I could just line up the bottom edge with it. It's supposed to be repeatable, so I don't know. I don't know if I do that all that great, but the good news is it's kind of a random pattern, so it's not going to matter too much. Whoops, that was kind of thick. Just trying to get this down with no bubbles. We don't want to have, if you have bubbles in the transfer when you do the chalk paste on it, it will go right through. Our chalk paste is non-toxic and water soluble. That's why I can add the water to it. So it's safe for kids to use. They won't get harmed by it. Go along this edge really nicely because it was kind of thick on the edge there because I had gone back and kind of had to fix it. Now this is a little thicker. It is getting a little dry here, so I'm gonna go ahead, get off as much as I can, set that aside and get this off. So hopefully it worked. Actually, this is looking better than the first part. Doesn't have as, there's a little bit of a dark line there, but not as bad. Look it, so nice. I'm so excited. Every time I use this, I get so excited. Whoops, I folded it back. I just put it on the backing. Just put it on there and I will use that later. This we'll use again. This stuff doesn't dry up very much. Don't peel my white off. Oh shoot, and I just smudged, remember what I said about checking your fingers? I didn't, and I just smudged some on there. I'm gonna wipe it off really quick. It's in the white part. Hopefully we can get it off. Smeared it, of course. There, pretty good. All right, get this closed up. I'll hold this up for you so you can see. Isn't that nice? Look at how nice that looks. Hope you can see that. Hello, Teresa. Good to see you. Glad you're on. Thank you for commenting. Can you see? Can you tell me? Can you see? I'm getting a blank screen. I don't know what's going on, but last time I did it this way, it like totally went fine. So tell me if you can't see me. I'll just have to stop it because I don't know what's going on. Who knows, right? Okay, so I was thinking about putting the flowers on here. I don't know. What do you think? Flowers or no? Anybody out there? Maybe what I'll do is I'll stop right here and I'll show my person this and see what if she wants those flowers on the sides, because these little flowers are pretty cool. They're pretty cute and they would look nice there. These are the flowers. So I would put one right here. And one upside down. It will be upside down. I think Dawn was doing some things and she's like, they're not. I wish they would have put them going the same way. And I agree, but it doesn't look, I don't think it'll look bad if it's going like that. Tell me, flowers or no? I'm going to take a vote and then we'll come back to it if that's what my client wants. So I will get with her and find out what she wants. But that's it. I'm going to probably come up with a bow. Probably, you know, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what she wants for a bow. I think it's very pretty, though. I'm glad she chose. I would have never chose brown, but I like it a lot. I think the basket weave really lends to that brown. And like I said, I'm probably going to go in with a little bit of sanding paper along the edges because I do want it to look a little more country, I guess you could say. It just lends to it. And then, like I said, I'll probably, when I'm completely done, do some what should I say? Clear coat on it to clear, you know, to coat it so that she can put it on her door. No issues. It could get scratched up and it's not going to come off unless you're really working hard on it. So I always like these if they're like got a little bit of an edge on here. So I usually wait till it's dry, and I think it looks more natural if you do it after it's painted. This is just I should have not done this on my table. I usually try to put cardboard, but see, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of subtle, but it just makes it look a little more, I don't know what you would say, country. I just like it. And when you put that clear coat on, or you could even put a wax coat on it, which would bring out that wood on the edges, that also, sorry, at least you're not sitting across from me, right? Anyway, this has been fun, and how quick and easy you can make a welcome-ish sign for your front door or in your front entryway. How easy peasy this is to make, and enjoy it for a long time. I think it's kind of fun. I'm excited to see what she thinks about it. So I'll keep you posted. So anyway, that is what I have for you today. Oh, also, if you wanted that cottontail transfer, the cottontail market transfer, it was in that Perks pack. That's going to be limited time. It is running out. So if that's something you wanted, make sure you put Perks down below and I will get the information. You can not only become a designer and get that cottontail market transfer in that along with the cutout that goes with that. And that actually is $99 and you get all kinds of great things. It's not just that, but lots of really great things in that kit. But you'll get 40% off your craft items. So if you like to craft, it's a great way to get a discount on your craft supplies. I know for me, I live out in the boonies and I like to get my craft supplies delivered right to my doorstep. So that's kind of how I have to go because we don't have anything nearby, which, you know, can be a pain. It's kind of nice sometimes because I get to, we're by ourselves out here, right? Like there's not, this is what you get. What you see is what you get here. So Anyway, I hope you all have a very blessed evening and keep on crafting. Make sure that you comment and let me know that you were here. We'll talk to you soon. Keep crafting.